Vea.
We parked some of our boats at night. Up ahead, where that green light is, floodgate number 4 closes by rising up out of the bottom like a drawbridge. It's a crest gate to see along the Riverwalk, which is behind us from the flood control channel. Ahead of us during times of flooding. You'll be able to see how the gate operates by looking at both sides of the walls as we go drifting by. Now we're going to leave the natural portion of the river and enter the flood control channel. The natural portion of the river is about 2.5 to 3.5 feet deep. The flood control channel is
Aquí hay el semáforo.
25 foot deep.
El semáforo está en verde. Podemos pasar. Está en verde, ¿verdad? Ahí arriba.
Oh,
sí puede salir uno por allá, ¿no? Tómale video, no se lo toman. Lo hubieran llevado hasta allá.
If you look behind us downriver, you'll notice the river disappears. That's a 25-foot drop factor, a dam that controls the level of the river on this side. We are not going to go that way. But if you were to go that way, 186 miles, you would join the Guadalupe River. Going another 10 miles, you would end up in San Antonio Bay and then finally into the Gulf of Mexico. The headwaters or start of this river are very short, 4 miles north of us on the property of McCormick University, spring-fed by an underground limestone lake known as the Edwards Aquifer, the principal water source for all of San Antonio and the vicinity. Now, in 1926, when they were scraping out the river by digging this channel, there was a market right there where that Market Street Bridge is. And Emily Edwards and Rena Maverick Green formed the Conservation Society to try to preserve that market. Well, they were unsuccessful in that. That market had to leave in order to do this channel. But they were successful in supporting the Riverwalk. And this is what we ended up with due to their efforts. Over here on the right, that walkway connecting gate 3 and 4 and that bridge up ahead of us connecting Main Plaza were not part of the original Riverwalk. They were given to the city of San Antonio by Brewery and Fleet. Connecting gate 3 and 4 and Main Plaza, they allow you to go completely around the Riverwalk without ever having to go back up on Service Street. On the left is Main Plaza, oldest in Texas, 1731, by Canary Islanders on the Spanish Lake River. Second oldest in the United States, the oldest is actually in St. Augustine, Florida. Now, if you look back to the left, through the trees, maybe you can catch a glimpse of San Fernando Cathedral.
Mira los patitos.
That is the oldest and longest
No, hijo, no te puedes parar.
church in Texas, built by those very same Canary Islanders in the 1700s. That's always been a church, never a mission. Now, in that church, on the left-hand side, as you walk in, is a very small marble crypt that contains the remains of the heroes of the Alamo. Crockett, Davis, Bowie, Travis, all the guys that died defending the Alamo, their remains, so they can find them more in that crypt. Now, it's a very small crypt because General Santa Anna ordered his troops to quickly bodies of all the defendants of the Alamo after he overran it. So his soldiers ran around and gathered up a bunch of cottonwood trees that were plentiful all around the compound walls of the Alamo at that time. In fact, part of the palisade of the Alamo compound was cottonwood trees. The Spanish word for cottonwood is Alamo. The original name of that mission is San Antonio de Valero, but after it was abandoned as a mission due to flooding for the third time, the soldiers that took it over from Coahuila, Mexico, where cottonwood is also plentiful, named the place Alamo because of all the cottonwood trees, and it reminded them of home. And now you know, and you can amaze your friends and intimidate your enemies. You know how the Alamo got its name, the Spanish word for cottonwood. Over here on the left, that huge twin trunk tree, oldest tree on the river, they tell me, estimated 300 to 350 years old, a bald cypress. Some people call that a Montezuma cypress, but it's also known as cypress tree. Before the Battle of the Alamo, the Battle of Bear, a Mexican soldier and sniper crawled up that tree, shot and killed Ben Milam. He was one of the instigators of the revolution for independence of Mexico. He's actually buried in Milam Park. That occurred before the Battle of the Alamo. A 60-yard shot, not much by today's standards, but for a cap and ball rifle with iron sights, no luck involved. This is floodgate number 3. A pocket gate closes like a guillotine. 3 tons of steel directly above your head slides down those chutes to seal off the riverwalk on the flood control channel during times of flooding. We test that gate every day at 1:40 p.m. just to make sure it works. But unlike a guillotine, this gate takes about 15 minutes to close. You're in more danger from those pigeons resting up there on that I-beam than you are from the gate, even if it's closing. And it's not. I was lying about the testing. Up ahead and on the right, there's 2 trees that appear to be growing out of the wall. Legend has it that those 2 trees were saplings when the riverwalk was being built. They found a crack in the wall and grew through it. Now we have a big tree and a loquat tree going through the wall. Since 1939 to 41. Over on the left, in 1921, when that flood hit, that was a 2-story building, the city public service building where you paid your water, gas, and light. Now, they tried to save everything by moving everything to the 2nd floor, but floodwaters were rising at 1 foot every 10 minutes. It didn't save very much. The flood actually got to about where those crests are between the 1st and 2nd set of windows. The top 4 floors added later in the 1950s when it became the Petroleum Commerce Building, now the Drury Suite. That bus on top of St. Mary's Street Bridge would have been 3 feet underwater. Up ahead, where that other boat is docked, boarding people, is the Aztec Theater, built way back in the 1920s when many theme theaters were being built all around the country. Grumman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood was built about that very same time. The Aztec is the last remaining theme theater in Texas. Opened in 1926, showing black and white silent movies. It had a Wurlitzer pipe organ to accompany those movies. The whole motif was Aztec. And if you look up here on the right at street level, you'll see an image of an Aztec, giving your great-great-grandparents that bigger-than-life movie-going experience right here at the Aztec Theater. Up ahead and on the right, that cream-colored building, the Mocara Hotel and Spa. At the turn of the 1800s and 1900s, L. Frank had a saddle-making business on that spot.
No era, yo pensé que
Teddy Roosevelt and the Rough Riders to the French, the British, and the American forces in World War I. In 1918, they employed around 500 people and was one of the largest saddle and tack manufacturers in the United States. This is J-Lo's bridge. Jennifer Lopez appeared in a movie about Selena on this bridge.
Aquí se grabó la película de Selena en este
I have been able to verify that I was the one that was standing next to her when that occurred. Over on the left, that beautiful Spanish colonial architecture. 1858, St. Mary's.
No, pero ya no andamos el año.
It evolved over the years. Became St. Mary's University School of Law and Science. In 1965, they outgrew this campus and they moved to the west side of San Antonio.
Mira qué bonito se mira la fuente.
Alumni from St. Mary's bought the building, remodeled it, but kept the architecture of the original boys' school. They named it La Posada, and then they named it La Mansión
Navarro.
the mansion of the river. People outside of San Antonio know this hotel as the Omni. We call it La Mansión. There are 2 Omni hotels on the river, the Mocara and this one. We had to differentiate. Up ahead, as we exit out from underneath the Navarro Street Bridge, if you look high and to the left, very high and to the left, you'll see the 3rd most photographed building in San Antonio. An illusion, a free-standing wall. The next
quieres que vinieron a comer?
Carol Burnett, comedian Carol Burnett. Up ahead, the Hyatt Regency Hotel. When they decided to build that hotel, the City Planning Commission asked the designers to perform shadow testing to see if the shadow of whatever they were going to build was going to end up falling on the Alamo in the afternoon sun. They tell me that building ended up being 4 stories shorter than originally intended because of the shadow testing. As we round the bend, on the left side of the river are 2 sets of doors with signs above them that say the shops of Paseo del Alamo, the shops of the passage of the Alamo. And that's what it is. It's a shortcut. From the Riverwalk to the Alamo, you go through either set of doors, you like out on the other side. At street level, facing Alamo Plaza in the Alamo Museum.
De aquí pues nos podemos ir al Alamo. De ahí nos podemos ir al Alamo.
Orange brick building with a multicolored roof. The Casino Club building opened in
Estamos a ver dónde está la
1927
salida. Yo estoy bien confundido.
¿Por qué?
Dimos la vuelta, pero todavía no llegamos.
Miren al chiquito.
Back in the day, that was the place
No, hijo. Hey.
by the rich, powerful
Ya se está derrumbando esto.
in San Antonio. Today,
River
level and street level are shops and restaurants. The top 4 floors are apartments.
Ahora sí, por aquí,
This
por aquí.
area of the river is known as River Square. When they started redoing this part of the river for the shops
Mira
and
qué bonitos
restaurants,
árboles.
they took great pains to make sure that the faces facades of these buildings remained exactly as they were
Es
in
un
the
casino.
1850s.
Cerca de la farmacia
What you're
también.
looking at essentially is what the river looked like in the 1850s. By the way, if you would like a dinner cruise or a cocktail cruise, any restaurant or hotel along the river can arrange one for you. Look on your ticket stub. We have our web address and phone number.
Mira un patote
While
blanco.
you're looking us up on the website, remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. On the back of those very same tickets are coupons for other venues in San Antonio. Up ahead and on the right at street level is a round balcony. It's inscribed with R.H.H. Huckman, A.I.A.
Ya vamos a llegar.
The guy who designed the Riverwalk and flood control was also the very first business to locate down here at river level in 1941 when they finally finished the Riverwalk to make the point that this river was safe from flooding. Robert Huckman is known as father of the river. He actually designed the Riverwalk in 1929. It wasn't built until 10 years later. No money. The Great Depression finally built as a WPA project by the federal government to help San Antonio cope with the effects of the Depression for a total cost of $670,000. Over here on the right, Rio Restaurant, very first restaurant on the river, opened in 1946, still owned by the very same family. They were pioneers in all riverside dining and boating activities. Casa Rio Restaurant. We are going to leave the natural course of the river and enter the man-made portion of the river. The man-made portion was built for the 1968 World's Fair, and it offered a way to get from the Riverwalk behind us to the World's Fair ahead of us without having to go back up on the surface. It has a concrete or a hard bottom and runs 4 to 5 feet deep in this part of the river. If you have wandered around San Antonio and fallen in love with the biggest small town in America, the most romantic city in the Southwest, www.sachamber.org, right over there on the left. They will give you everything you need to know to get yourself here. Up high,
Está bonito
to the
tener
left,
esto, pero donde se desborde esto,
is the Marriott River Center
donde
Hotel.
se salga el agua de aquí.
Now, when they decided
No,
to
por
build
eso
that
tiene
hotel,
los
they
de
had to
para
contend
nivelar
with the Fairmont
Sí,
Hotel
todos
that's
tienen,
right
todos
there on
tienen
that
que tener
spot.
su...
The Fairmont Hotel
Ay, me
was built
cayó
in
agua.
1906, declared
Ahorita
an
me
historic
cayó en el
building.
ojo.
They could not demolish it, so after 5 years of planning, they moved 1,600 tons